So here I am. I'm going to explain this electronic device, which is oven. So how this particular oven incorporates a wider gulf of execution. So I'm going to place this bowl of water inside the oven. So here I placed it, and now just look at here at the interface. So it contains three buttons. One button is for start, and this particular button actually does three things. It starts the heating process, and it also gives a delay of 30 seconds or heating process of 30 seconds, and then it also confirms the heating process. Actually, this particular button does multiple things. So first it starts the heating process, then if I have to set the timer, I can only set the timer for a multiple of 30. So this is really a drawback, and I kind of gulf for the user, because user cannot set any custom time, because there is no keypad available kind of thing available here overall in this interface, so that a user can use that keypad interface and could set the custom time. But the only option available here is to set the time for multiple of 30s. Also, there's third option, the third function which this single button does is confirmation. Actually, this confirmation is not an action, but it's equivalent to start. So this is again this the user is unable to, like first time when I did this, I was unable to comprehend or interpret what this confirmation means. So this is again a kind of quite wider gulf for the user when the user first time operates this particular interface. So now I'm going ahead, I will tell you, I'm going to set this timer to time of like 80 seconds, but you have to see that there is no custom keypad available that using which I could set 80 seconds. Instead, what I have to do is I have to set the time for 90 seconds, that is 1 minute and 30 seconds, because the option here available is of setting the time multiple of 30s. So for this, what I have to do is I have to press the start button, but once I press the start button, 30 seconds already starts, because so start does two actions. This again is confusing, because some people there's a gap in understanding available here, as when you start the heating process, 30 seconds also delay. So some persons also comprehend like they have to again press one more time to actually start the heating for 30 seconds. So now I'm going to just give a time for the heating, that is. So this is timer showing here, there is 1 minute 30 seconds I've set in, and this is just processing. So once 10 seconds would remain, then I would stop it, because this bowl of water optimally takes 80 seconds to heat up, which I require. But because there is no custom keypad available, I cannot set a custom time. So instead what I have to do is I have to just stop the heating process 10 seconds before, so that the threshold of 80 seconds get achieved. Another thing is that I would stop it from here, stop and pause. So again, this is for pause, but this particular button also resets the heating process when we double just press it. But this function is really hidden. Again, this is really a gulf of execution for the user, because there is no way of unveiling or uncovering that double pressing this particular button can reset this particular heating process. So now it's going to be near 10 seconds. So once here 10 seconds, I will stop to get the optimal. So it starts. But actually, what I did is basically this was an erroneous action, because I was confused that from which action I have to take, because user's hand naturally goes toward this. So actually the button was here, so I erroneously pressed this again a gulf of execution with. So again, these two are other labels that this particular button determines the heating time based on your defrost, and this is clock and preset. So again, this wheel again is very confusing, because just moving down it to this side, it changes different kind of heating process, and which can be done through this. So again, the main point is the gulf lies mainly in these two buttons. First, this particular button does more than three things, and user is unable to understand or unable to comprehend or interpret actually what action he or she needs to take. And this stop and pause button has third function, which is hidden here under this, that is resetting of the oven by double pressing this button, but there is no way of knowing this because there is nothing written here. So again, there's a very wide gulf of execution. So that's what I really want to explain. Thank you.